Hello, true believers. Trying to do another review, and this time this is by MJZ Studios. This is their Ghost Ninja, White Ninja, Snow Ninja. Not sure what this is exactly. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments over here. And it took us a week to do this. Hero started it, and once he got to like 80% of the accessories done, I had to finish the rest of it because he got busy, and because he's got graduation going on right now, and it's at the end of the school year, so he's busy finishing that up. And something else came up that is keeping him busy also, and that's another reason why we got into this. But we got into Gunpla right now, or model building, but I will get into that probably in the next video and explain it. So let's get to the actual Gunpla or robot model. I am not familiar with this series at all. I don't know what the anime is or what the story is. We just bought it because it looked cool, because here it is right out of the box, and it looks just like exactly what you get right out of the box. So that's what's beautiful about it. And we didn't have a chance to apply the stickers because we have so many models and we're just kind of moving on. And if we have more time, I guess we'll apply the stickers, and it would look like this. But by itself, it looks pretty good by itself. Hero did a little panel lining, so you can see that some of the circles are panel lined. Me personally, I'm 50-50. So like, for example, he'll panel line this, but he didn't panel line this. So he's just starting. He's just a beginner. He's just learning. So he's just kind of enjoying it. So let's take a look at the model itself. And you have the option of using either like this red antenna or this gold antenna. So we decided to go with the gold antenna because there's plenty of, excuse the thunder here, there's plenty of red already. But what you'll notice if you look up here, like the nubs where you cut it off, it kind of turns white. You might want to paint that if you have some gold paint. But if you don't want it, you could go with the red, so you don't have to deal with that. But it doesn't bother us. I mean, if it really bothers you, the part where you cut it off the tree or the spruce, then go with the red. And we got like a lot of extra effect parts. I think we could have put it on, but Hero decided not to put it on, especially his ponytail over here. So then let's get to like the details here. I love the feet. I love the proportion. I love his knees. I like the detail. I like the part separation. I like the color separation. It's got this red inner frame. Obviously, it's covered up for the most part, but just love the design. I think this is a Chinese design. So there's a lot of reviews out there already about this, talking about the articulation. So let me give you an example of how there's some of the articulation over here. I like this dragon face on his chest, and he's supposed to have all this floating dragon heads also. They're supposed to be like on boosters and like that. Let's see if I get focus. So they're supposed to be like boosting around, and actually they're supposed to like spit out fireballs, and there's like a effect over here, a fireball effect. You could put it on its mouth, but it looked like, to me, when I put it on, it looked like they were like chewing bubble gum and blowing bubbles. So I like blowing a red bubble gum. So I decided, it looks fine just the way it is. So these heads are very detailed, and maybe my only complaint about it, maybe they should have made the eyes red, so it'll pop out. Other than that, the details and the horns are pretty impressive. They are, as Mega Guy Katsuku would say, pretty cool. So the rest of it, so he's got a lot of things going on over here. He's got these forearms arm shield, and he's got like this big shoulder shield, and he's got these shoulder pads over here. So if you like accessories, man, you're gonna enjoy this because he's got a ton of accessories, and you'll see it over here in his backpack. He's also got these short sickles also. You could actually unplug them and put them in his knee, but I just kind of left it out because he already has enough going on over here. So if you love accessories, then you're gonna love this model kit because he's got this backpack, and check out what attaches to it. First, he's got this big Buster sword over here, and then you can pull that out, and he could dual double two-hand it. And then he's got this part over here. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it kind of opens up. And then over here, he's got his spear. So if you could appreciate that spear, we could focus it. So he's got the spear over here, which you could turn into a giant sickle also. So he's got the effect parts over here for that. And then he's got also his little hand cannon over here, or his handgun, or his Bunderblus. You could pull this out pretty easily, like so, and you could put it in his hand. But I just like to keep it in his backpack just to keep it organized. So you could see in the back, he's got his side skirts, he's got his little leg skirt over here. So there's a lot of detail going on. This is actually posable, this actually rotates. So I'm not gonna go into the articulation. I just wanted to show you what the finished product looks like. Hiro, when he was building it, he was doing a lot of posing with it before he put on the backpack. Maybe I'll include some of those pictures if I have it on this phone. But check out this display stand. It's also, since he's got a lot of parts to it, it actually attaches in the back, so it's very stable. So you can have him pose, and he's got, by the way, he's got extra hands, so he's got like other posing hands, gripping hands, but right now we just have like the open hands for him to be just standing there. So this is how we're probably going to display it, because Hiro already, while he was building it, already did some posing with it, especially with the two-handed sword, and he posted it on his social media, on his Instagram already. So I just wanted to do this video to show everybody what we just finished working on. And what do I think of it? I think it's great. If you love accessories, if you love the samurai sword motif like I do, I like samurais, I like knights, you'll enjoy this. If you like the whole dragon theme, I mean, I like it so much. I like the inner frame. I liked it so much that I might even consider getting the red one and build it myself. But I think the white one is better because you can see a lot more of the detail and the part separation and the colors. So it's like there's his face, there's his helmet, there's the dragon. So we like it. We highly recommend it. The only negative thing was you have to do a lot of when you cut it off the spruce. There's a lot of extra plastic sticking out, and you either have to use a knife or a blade to cut off all the excess plastic, or what we do is we shave it down. I didn't want Hiro to like stab himself and slice his wrist accidentally while working on this, so we just have like a file that he just files it down. But most of the filing is on the inside, so you won't really see the filed nubs. But that's probably the only downside of this kit. Other than that, I don't know, I think it's like 2,000 something pesos. So around 40 bucks, I think it's definitely worth it. I don't know if this is actually original or a knockoff or a bootleg. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. But for that price, I definitely think it's worth it, and it's worth adding to your collection. So you got all these extra parts. and you've got something looking pretty cool, and we're gonna add it to our display case. And like I said, it's so complete. It even has, check out the stand. It's got these flame effects. It's got the stand for like the float, the self-propelled heads, like so. And it's got the back support, so that way it doesn't fall off with all the weight in his back or fall down. So excellent model. No regrets getting it. I would pick one up if you're interested in samurai themed models, robots, and if you like putting cool models together, then this is definitely for you for the price. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next review. This is Bebotsonly. Thanks for watching.